Okay, these are links to pair assessments, and we can easily click to get to our pair assessments. Since we've got our Skills 3 coming up, most of us have already assessed our knowledge too. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assign both of those to my class. I'm going to hit assign. Go over here, do the same thing to the second part, hit assign. And then I can go to that live class dashboard and it shows me all of my kiddos. And then I can select all, mark as submitted, submit that so that I can get to my Express Grader quickly and efficiently. And then whenever I want to go and test my students, I can ask them my questions. This one they'll already have done, and I can just put in the input. I have to make sure I hit that edit response button down here. So I click it on, and then I can hit that response. Once I'm done, I'm going to select exit. I can move from here to the next student if I wanted to the next question, and then hit that exit. And I can just go down my whole entire list. Now, sometimes that doesn't work out because some of my kids take a lot longer than some of my other kids. So I'll do my quick ones first, and then I'll go back and I'll do the ones that are a little bit slower that need to take more time. On this one, you're already going to have that information, so all you have to do is put it in. But on the other one, let's see, go to live class dashboard, do the same thing, hit submit. And it's submitted. Now I can go to that Express Grader and I can hit okay. Now I can ask my student to read the word, and if they get all of those sounds, then I can click that they got every single one of them. Oh, I have to hit that edit response. So if they got k, ah, and t, I can hit that they got cat. Now if they got cat, got every single part of it, but they said something off the wall like act or at. They didn't blend those three sounds. Then I can come over here and I can put in a feedback. Student said at. And then I can save that feedback. If they go ahead and get it, then I'll just hit cat, move on to the next question. And I can do that for every single part. Did they read out the sounds? Ah, Did they read it total? Mom. Yes, they did. Go on to the next one. I'm only going to make a note over here if there's something off the wall that needs to be mentioned so that I can look back at it later and be like, well, they got a good score here, but did they blend it? Next student, I can do the same thing. It's going to stay on the same question that you were just on. So if you go through all of these questions and then you get to that final question, it'll tell you congratulations, and you can move on to that next student. But that next student, it's going to have you start on that same question. So what I like to do is I hit exit, and then I actually physically go into the next student and hit that edit response. And then I do that student, hit exit again, and then I can see as I'm going what each of their questions are. Now, after I have gotten all of these questions put in, I'm going to hit this close button, and that's going to close everything out and send it over to my insights so that I can efficiently see what every single student has done. Now, I've already closed out my knowledge unit 2, so we can go in and we can analyze, and I like going from here instead of going to this insights button, because if you go to this insights button, it takes you to this whole entire page, and then I'm looking at like, what do I want to look at first? If you just go to the assignments, go to that specific test, hit analyze, it automatically takes you to that summary. I know that my average score, 28.29, out of 35. That's an 81%. 62% of my kiddos mastered our senses. 33% were in that near mastery, and I only have about 5% that did not master. Now, if I want to see who that 5% is, I can go over here to analysis and, go over here to students. And I can see who was my student that did not master, who are my students that were near mastery, and who are my students that mastered that. Okay. And it'll give me another good chart here that I can look at. If I want to see what question was missed the most, I can go to, I believe it's frequency. Yeah. And so I can see those beginning questions about the actual vocabulary were where some of my students had some faults. The ones where they were picking out the senses that they would use for each thing, about an 86%, so they did pretty good on that. The scenarios that we put them through that they had to select one for, I can see that it's a little bit lower, 83%. So I need to make sure that in my next unit, I really hit that vocab hard. We did 75%, but I really do feel like we could do a lot better. And then it'll show me some of the questions that I've got. Question 1, they're matching that table standard. So that was all of those questions where they had vocab, 5% were correct, and 95% got partially correct. So I only had about 5% of my students get every single one of those questions right. Multiple selections for question 2, that was 100% because they gave you the answers to those. So you could automatically put in, that's one freebie question for each of those kiddos. Question number 3, this is where we start seeing some of that. Well, I think it was the snow. I think that you can see, what was it? See, hear, smell, taste, and touch. So one of my kiddos said, I can see it, I can hear it, I can taste it, and I can touch it. They did not say they could smell it. Whereas some of them said, I can see it, I can hear it, and I can touch it. And then I had various answers. And a lot of my kiddos, whenever we were answering some of these questions, would reason as to, well, you can hear the spray of the perfume whenever you spray the bottle, but that was not a correct answer. So they reasoned it, but it still counted it as wrong. So whenever I go to put information in, I would mark in there that this is the reasoning behind their answer so that I know the next time I look at it what exactly they were thinking. Now, the standards button doesn't really do much. Students, you can look through and see what student got how the certain percentage, how many they got right out of the 35, where they're standing. Frequency was that button where it shows you what questions they got wrong, what answers were the most frequent. That analysis just gives you that broad. You had question 11, 71% got it right. Question 1, 75, 2, 3, 4. What were the questions that they got the highest on? Not really much in subgroup. Summary lets you know average score and average student score and how many students you've tested. Anything else? If there's ever a time, like I know some of my links over here were really hard to get to. Let's see, where was it? Knowledge 2, for some reason, did not take me to the actual test, I don't think. Oh, it did. Okay, well, if it doesn't take you to the actual test, an easy way to get to Pear would just simply be to type it in. Click on that Pear assessment, and it will bring you to this page, and you can click sign in with Google, and it should automatically sign you in if you've been signed in recently. And then you can go over here to test, and you can look up, mine automatically defaults to social studies, I don't know why, but you can look up knowledge in that top search bar, and then it'll show you the knowledge assessments. So that's Unit 1, Unit 2, we've got Unit 12, Unit 11. You might have to look around a little bit, there's 3, but they'll typically have these little headers that look like our books. Same thing with skills. If you're looking for skills and it won't take you directly to it, just type in skills and you look for these headers like this, exactly the same as our book. And if you look, Connie's on there too. So that's always what I look for, our header and Connie's name. And then I can just click on one and I can hit assign. And then I'll be good to start working. If I think of anything else, I may add some more to my little slides. But I just wanted to do a quick video so that you guys could figure out how to use Pear more efficiently. Thanks. Bye.